Hi! A little bit of a different video today. Just sit and chill. I'm gonna do the newbie book tag thing. Yeah! I haven't done a newbie video yet, and I think I should do that. My channel is book talk, but also vlog talk. So I bet that it's gonna merge a little bit in this newbie book tag, but I'm gonna try to keep it to books. But if it dwells into other things, it happens. So yeah, grab your tea, coffee, whatever you want, and let's head into the questions. So I got my questions here on my phone, so don't mind me just reading them and looking away sometimes. Okay. Why did you start this channel? Good question. So when I started out this channel, I want to talk about books. That's it. I wanted to give my opinion about books, either if it's short or long form or whatever I'm capable of communicating. I wanted to talk about the books and the feelings and the stuff I get from it. Not 100% sure what my first video was about. I know that I got Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I know I got that book, which I adore and I still have it. I did a recording of Six of Crows, that book, but I scrapped it. It's never been posted. So that might be the first recording of a book review I did, but it was never published. Oh. But that's okay. I will return to Six of Crow in the future. Started this channel, want to talk about books, and then just other life things happens too. But yeah, books are interesting, important, and I enjoy them, and that's what's going on. It'd be fun to hear me talk about books as a person. No, I don't know. Okay, question number 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? Oh my god. I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess being bilingual, I can read books in different languages, or, two, English and Swedish, and maybe that can give some kind of perspective on it. And also when I'm rereading the books, it's fun to rediscover them again and see the difference of how things are written. It's small things, but it's fun things, And then, I live my life and go on walks and stuff. So if you like that stuff, you can watch that and watch me talk about books. Yes. I'm so good at this, right? I'm sorry that I'm laughing so much. I do enjoy this a lot, and I mean to take it seriously. It's just I'm a goof. But I'm enjoying this so far, and let's go to the next question. Yes. What are you most excited about for this channel? Discovering more genres with books. I feel like I read a lot of novels or short stories and that stuff, which I enjoy, but I want to delve into other things too, tap into other things. And I think by doing this, having this channel, it makes me wanna do that more than I would do normally, and also pushing me into reading more, like taking the time to read, prioritizing that, because this channel and that stuff, getting like a schedule to keep up with, Excited about finding new genres I enjoy, and new books, of course, and just living life and finding out new stuff. My daily vlog thingy things. I mean, I tend to be out a lot, so I rediscover new places, which is lovely, and I'm very excited about that. So yeah. Next question. question, yes. Why do you love reading?
Oh my god.
Heavy question. I like reading because it's all in your head. It's all your own interpretation, you know? Like you are creating this world inside of you and you have such a creative freedom which is insane. Like with other medias, for example, movies or video games, which are lovely, but they are created with a visual mind or a visual aesthetic. Like this is how it's supposed to go down, or this is how it's supposed to look like. But when you're reading something, even though it might be a lot of details into the writing, you can still imagine your own version of it, which makes it so cool. So therefore I love reading in that case. And also you can take it at your own pace. Unlike a movie or a game, you kind of need to keep up. Like you are playing, watching that thing when it is going on, you know? And with a book, I feel like it can take more time to tap into the world and the story, and I feel like I can put it down more easily compared to a movie, for example. And I just love my own world of things or my own interpretation of things and like painting that stuff out in my head. And I feel like I also reflect way more when I'm reading, which I love. So you can interpret a fantasy novel about fairies or whatever, but there are things you can learn from it. With a book, I feel like I sit down more and reflect on what's going on and makes me develop or level up as a person, I guess. So I love that also. So yeah, there's a bunch of things. Pick your favorite. What book series got you into reading? Book series? Girly doesn't really do series. Oh my god. Got me into reading. I adore Lord of the Rings. I know, I'm so boring. I adore Lord of the Rings. I watched them as movies first and then I read the books. I was at that perfect age for those movies. So I love that, and after reading them, which are kind of a series, they kind of put the standard to me with like fantasy fiction, which is probably why I have a hard time getting into fantasy now, because I just keep comparing it to Lord of the Rings. But hey, Six of Crows and the Crooked Kingdom was great, so there you go, that's the point. But I have never been reading non-stop. I've been reading and not reading, reading and not reading, out of reading. I do really enjoy visual media or stories. For people with personality types, I am INFJ. That's me. Which means I like to listen and watch things and take media in. So I like watching movies and reading and playing games, video games. I'm not so much of a gamer anymore, but like I enjoy the shit out of the story aspect of things. And I always felt bad with reading. I always enjoyed it so much, and when I didn't read, I felt bad for not reading. And I'm like, ugh, why don't I do this more, you know? Lord of the Rings. Gotta be Lord of the Rings that got me into reading. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Next one! When did I start reading? Uh, 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 for fun? For fun, way later. I guess Lord of the Rings is the prime example of that. Maybe I was 12, 11. I started reading for fun once again. Reading, material for school, whatever, younger. But reading for fun, maybe 10 years, 12, something like that. Before the teens. I am dyslexic. That's the word for it. So therefore, I always had a hard time reading books because the text was just hopping when I was reading. Like the text was moving on the paper, or as I like to call it when I was a kid, like it was ants. It was ants on the paper, and the text was moving and I couldn't keep up with it. So therefore, I didn't read for fun so much. Wasn't a fun time, very hard. But over the years, I have found techniques and overcome that stuff, a lot of training, but here I am. I'm dyslexic, so I'm not the fastest reader, never will be, but that's fine. What got me into stories and stuff, like I always enjoy stories, so I read like graphic novels and comics and that stuff more most of my life, because that I could just comprehend and see, and I like visual things, and then I draw stuff and do art things, so I found my way into that, tapped into that because of having a hard time reading text, I guess. So yeah, rambling answer. Maybe I answered something there. Yes. Where do I read? Multiple locations. Sofa, 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 the sofa, bed, sometimes the bed, sometimes the bed, and then outside, I guess. Yeah, when I'm outside, either at a park or out delving into things and I need to sit down and take a break and rest my legs from walking and running and stuff. And then I have my audiobook or my ebook or book or whatever, and I can just sit, relax, and give the leggies a break. So yeah, that's the locations. Ta-da! What kind of books do I like to read? Kind of answered this before, but novels, contemporary, I guess is the way you say it. Like books that takes place in like now. No, the time now. Like shorter books, around that, from 100 pages. Well, it can be under 100 also, but to like max 350 pages ish. I like that. Whenever books become longer than that, I get scared and like, oh no, this is a life commitment I'm entering. And maybe I avoid those books because of that I get scared about the chunkiness of them. But I also enjoy sci-fi, but I haven't read so much sci-fi. But I like the idea of sci-fi, like Blade Runner stuff, Dune stuff, like the dystopian future. Like it's future, but it's a little bit grounded. Not sure how to explain it. But yeah, when it comes too much about cars in the air and stuff, I lose it. I lose it. I enjoy most of the books, but novels for sure, one-offs, like it's just one book. Once again, I'm awful with series. I like it when it's one book, it ends, it has, a beginning, middle, end, and I'm like, yes, I achieved something. And also you don't have to wait for the next book to come out or whatever. That's it. That was all the questions I had. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different, but anyways. I got a little new poster in the background here. It's Mount Fuji, Japan. I haven't really finished setting it up yet. I'm gonna do something fancy with it. Onwards, it's gonna be a book of the week, videos coming up, and vlog things now in the summer. Thank you so much for watching until the end or just joining here. If you are interested in me or this or what's going on, please subscribe if you wanna. Otherwise, it's fine. You can drop a like if you want. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.